Hello.
Oh,
Did
how
you guys get your wait, hold on. Sorry. Did you did you guys get your zooms updated and you have more reactions?
Oh shoot.
No.
I don't know. Hang on. Yes.
Yes.
Freak. Look at you guys that have updated Zooms.
I have a new computer, so I think that probably has a little to do with it.
Maybe.
Fun. I wish it was like on Instagram where you have like the 5 reactions or whatever, but then you can do the plus sign and do any emoji that you want.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Because sometimes you need to like thumbs down something somebody says,
True.
How's everybody's break?
It's good. My brothers have been over
Cool.
and still are. And yeah, it's been very fun.
Very fun. Cool. Anybody get anything good for Christmas?
Tom.
Some socks.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Got an iron.
Oh, that's very
What?
dull.
I asked for it because I sew a lot, so it's like it's a very good tool to have.
It is a good tool to have. if you sew a lot.
It sounds lame, but I like it.
No, I totally get it. My sister like makes fun. I don't sew as much. I can sew. I have a sewing machine, but I don't do it all that much. But I iron a lot more than I ever thought I would. And my sister makes fun of me because I always iron my sheets and pillowcases when I change them. But like if I don't, they won't lay flat. It's just really annoying. Yeah, I feel like the older you get, you start like kind of asking for more practical things too. I'm trying to think of what practical things I got. I kind of don't remember. Christmas seems like it was a long time ago.
True. I got mostly clothes as well, but I asked for it, so
Oh, that's good.
I'm happy.
Do you guys still do Christmas lists?
No,
No.
No.
I think like 2 years ago was the last time I did that, and it wasn't really serious. It was like 3 things.
Oh, yeah. My family, all of us do. Like my parents make a list because, and I like that we do because left to their own devices, they just are like so far off the mark. They won't give me anything good, and I won't get them anything good. Like it's really hard to. They're hard to buy for, especially my dad.
Yeah, I wish people were more like I feel like or my mom is like good at saying what she wants, but I wish more people were more like I wish more people would just say what they want because
Yeah,
I'm not good at giving gifts.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I've been told that I'm easy to buy for because I'm very obvious about the things that I like. So people are like, "Oh, if we get her like thriller books or records or like a practical thing or any kind of like any relaxing things like heating pads or like I don't know, anything like that, like something to help her de-stress, she'll like all of those things."
Mm.
My dad, he's an old dad, he's 65, I guess. um like literally almost all he got was Batman stuff because he's like
This year?
yeah. He's
That's
like
hilarious.
obsessed with Batman, and he's been collecting these like I guess they're part of some collection, but like these Batmobiles and like Batwing whatever things. And here's Isaiah. I was kind of waiting on him to get started. And he has been collecting them for several months, and he'll send me and my sister pictures of them, and he gets like 1 or 2 at a time, and he's got like 80 now. So we've gotten like all of these texts, and eventually you run out of ways to be like, cool.
Yeah.
Not really your thing. And like thank God he doesn't pick up on sarcasm all that well over text, because I'll send like a Bitmoji that's just like cool. My sister's like, he's gonna be offended one of these days.
Oh, I was gonna ask if you have a sister, because I mean, I feel like I knew you did, but I forgot why I was gonna ask.
I don't know. Yeah,
I want to ask that.
I feel like we mentioned her at some point, and I don't remember why. And you said you didn't know if I had a sister. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't think you've met her, but she knows who you are, because if I say it's the Square Table Kid, she's like,
I
oh.
remember that.
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with presents. I don't know why. Whatever.
I don't know. Okay.
Julius, every single time that you see a square table, do you start seizing up? Sorry for interrupting.
You're fine.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Whenever you see a square table, do you start to like seize up and like start foaming at the mouth?
No.
It was
We
bad.
we have been over this, okay?
We
I'm
have
not
multiple
discussing
times,
it
actually.
too much.
Too much. I think that Madison will not be with us today. Let me
Rest in peace.
I know. I'll miss her. Julius, Kayla, Tom, no Madison, Sarah, Isaiah. Okay. Particularly while we're all virtual, I'm not gonna like worry too much about taking up the whole time and doing a million things a day. Where we have not that long left. We have January and like a few days of February. We only have 2 more texts to look at. We'll look at the first one today. On Wednesday, I'm going to give you guys your final research paper assignment. And kind of go over like how to use the databases and stuff. So that'll be fun. But honestly, like we'll have plenty of time in January to work on your research essays. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that aren't graded for you guys yet, and that's because I like literally didn't touch my laptop during break. I was just like, I need to actually have a break and not worry about stuff, and it'll still be there when I get back. So I just didn't do anything for 2 weeks. I didn't do any work, and it was really nice. So that stuff will get graded by the end of the week at any rate. I think I have essays to grade for every single class. I don't know how I do that to myself, but okie doke. Let me get to D2L here. This week and next week, to finish off on a high note, both of these last 2 texts are about shootings. Like, why save this to last? I know, like some really light reading. Yes.
What is the like the topic or like because
Of
It's like media, I think.
wait, what?
Like media, I think.
are we still on?
Oh, we're still on unit 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, hang on one sec.
I wasn't sure if they were gonna at all relate to like a research type thing.
No, not really. Modern media. So both of these are probably a little bit more about like how the media portrays shootings. But if you go to D2L, and I'll share my screen with you guys in just a minute, if that's easier. But if you go to D2L, under the announcements, there's a link. I didn't have a PDF version of this. I suppose I could have made one. But I just linked to the site where I found it. And I will share this. And I'll probably zoom in a little bit. So this was written in 2018. 3 years ago now. Oof, wild. Oh, you can listen to it. We're gonna read it. Anybody want to read? Nope. Okay. I will read. Oh God, can we stop this though somehow? I don't want to. Okay. An orgy of mutual disgust now greets every mass shooting in America. Liberals despise conservatives who they predict will offer only insipid thoughts and prayers in the face of what they conceive to be preventable massacres. Conservatives scorn liberals who they believe will propose feel-good gun measures that would have no effect on any mass shooting. But there is something we can try to prevent these horrific killings. It doesn't require legislation. It won't cost a penny. It doesn't require compromising anyone's gun rights, and it's more concrete than see something, say something. First, the scale of the problem. While overall gun deaths have been declining in recent years, mass shootings have been increasing. According to the Harvard Injury Control Research Center, the number of days separating mass shootings declined from an average of 200 between 1983 and 2011 to 64 since 2011. Okay. The 5 deadliest mass shootings in US history have occurred in the past 10 years. These shocking attacks have become so common that their locations and dates blur. Sutherland Springs, Blacksburg, Sandy Hook, Las Vegas, Orlando, Binghamton, Aurora, Dallas, Washington Navy Yard. The randomness of these massacres and their quotidian locations, schools, movie theaters, concerts, amplify the horror. Every possible cause is considered to explain the epidemic of cinematic violence, the overabundance of guns, violent video games and films, family decline, the waning influence of churches, inadequate mental health policies. Perhaps all of these contribute and all require long-term social reforms. But then there's this insight. Mass killings, like viruses, seem to be contagious. It isn't news that behaviors are catching. Sociologists have long known that suicide, for example, prompts imitators, especially among the young. Researchers at Arizona State University have studied mass murders, particularly school shootings, and found that each new episode does inspire copycats. We also know that some of the mass shooters have expressed fascination with their predecessors. The Oregon shooter, for example, had written of another, a man who was known by no one is now known by everyone. Okay, I don't know what the hashtags are about. Seems the more people you kill, the more you're in the limelight. The second Fort Hood shooter, weirdly enough, seemed to decry the attention paid to killers. He posted on Facebook, "These bastards have perfected their way of attacking by studying previous massacres to gain publicity and their minute of fame as a villain." He then went on to commit a mass shooting himself. An Everett, Washington man was arrested on Wednesday after his grandparents reported to the police that he was learning from past shooters. The sick desire for fame, even when purchased through atrocity, seems to be at work in many of these cases. Would denying them the attention they seek diminish the attraction? The proposal is straightforward. It's outlined at nonotoriety.com. Sorry, I don't think that's spelled right. Notoriety. I don't know. Maybe it is. It just looks weird. News organization.
Spelled no.
Isn't it notoriety?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna have to like check and see if that website is legit.
Could be a pun.
I guess. I don't know. News organizations and law enforcement officers should voluntarily limit the use of the names of mass killers. It's not possible in the internet era to keep the names a secret, but news organizations can dramatically reduce the attention a killer receives. There's no need, for example, for cable news to feature images of the accused, nor to repeat his name dozens of times within 24 hours. Newspapers should not publish the manifestos of diseased minds. Investigators can comb through his social media rants, but the media should shun them. TV channels may get ratings by repeating the grievances of killers, but they are also providing a platform that other borderline personalities may find irresistible. We expect our presidents to serve as national grief counselors in these moments, but it's just possible that this attention is also putting too much power into the hands of mass killers. While a presidential visit may comfort the grieving, is it worth it if it also gratifies the murderer's rage for attention and spurs some future attention-seeking monster? I think I just got something delivered to my home. Some homicidal types are motivated by political objectives. Of the 69 mass shootings since Columbine High School, 4 were committed by Islamic extremists, and others, the Sikh Temple, Charleston, by racists. But the overwhelming majority were the work of men whose motivations probably include a lust for fame. Perhaps this is wrong. Perhaps denying mass killers the attention they seek won't have any effect on this epidemic of violence, but what would be lost by trying? Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna check and see. Okay. This can't be what I was looking for. What is this? I was expecting
Amazon.
Welcome to my unboxing video. It's the smallest book. It is a book that Mike Baum recommended to me.
What is that? What is that?
It's a creepy children's book. Mike said that he was gonna get this illustration tattooed on himself at some point.
Ew, what?
I like it because it's creepy. And it's like an alphabet book. So it's I'm just gonna show you the first couple. A is for Amy who fell down the stairs. B is for Basil, assaulted by bears. So they're all
Oh my
like how these kids die.
I feel
That's
like
dark. That's dark,
It's
Miss
dark.
McClellan. That is so dark. Who wants that book? You're gonna traumatize kids.
I know, right? Oh my god, this is so funny. D is for Desmond thrown out of a sleigh.
I think it would have been more satisfying if it were more graphic.
I agree. They're creepy though. Like Clara, who wasted away. Look at her face.
Yeah.
Oh my god. She looks so dead.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ah,
Like just doesn't know the alphabet.
Every page is a
Yeah.
these are good. I love these. Oh, dark. Ew. Okay, well, this is kind of graphic. K is for Kate, who was struck with an axe.
Nice. About time.
Get that out my
What's
face.
Z? What could Z possibly be?
Let's see. Oh, this is so funny. Q is for Quentin, who sank in a mire.
No, that's not okay. We know a
R is
Quentin.
for Rhoda, consumed by a fire.
Nice.
Ah. I think this illustration is funny. U is for Una, who slipped down a drain. Look at her. She's like, oh no.
That's a
oh."
drain? What the freak?
I guess so. It looks like it's just a hole in the ground.
Mhm.
Ew. X is for Xerxes, devoured by mice. Y is for Yorick, whose head was knocked in, which is kind of a Hamlet reference, actually. And Z is for Zilla, who drank too much gin.
Ha!
Little girl drinking gin with her dolly.
That's funny.
So dark and weird, but blame my mom for that one. I can't wait
I will
to.
thank him.
Yeah, we'll thank him by getting him when we go back to school in person. If we ever do, we will jump on him and tell him to go think about what he did and go sit in the corner of the darkest room.
He'd probably be delighted to be
That seems kind
honest.
of
He'd be like, I could stand with some time in a dark room.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. He was like, oh, I have this really messed up book I want to show you. You'll love it because you're messed up. I was like, cool, thanks. I appreciate that.
I
Cute.
feel like that's how
Wow.
Mike would teach his children the alphabet.
That's what?
That's how Mike would teach his children the alphabet.
Right? I would too. If I were going to have children, I would require that they call me Miss McClellan, and I would teach them the alphabet using this.
That just made it super weird. That was weird. Ew.
I've always said that. I've always said that if I had kids, they'd call me Miss McClellan. I don't want to call me mom. Are you kidding?
I know, but what? It sounds like you're the owner of like an orphanage or something.
I could see myself being like a Miss Hannigan type from Annie. Orphanage owners are never nice. They're never like
Exactly.
okay. So obviously we'll talk about this in more detail tomorrow, the thing that we just read, the shooting thing, not this other disturbing thing. But any first thoughts about it?
Is that the whole thing?
Huh? But yeah, that's the
Oh,
whole
that's
thing.
really short.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of thought that they'd get more into like I feel like the point wasn't until towards the end.
True. Yeah, and they
I feel like
also
it's
ended it
not-
with a question.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't be as effective as you would think because the people that would like do these things, if they find out about a shooting, they're going to research it, and because they pointed out that you can find pretty much any information.
Mhm.
So regardless of whether or not they're showing their face or showing their manifestos, it's still going to be available for the people that want to find it.
That's true. I kind of see both sides of that because I do feel like we wind up knowing so much more about the killer than we do the victim. And I don't think that that's really fair. But like you said, the information's out there. So even if they're not like on Facebook and the news and everything like 24/7, if somebody wants to find out the information, they're going to. Any other first impressions? Agree, disagree?
As so it's saying that the exposure, yeah, I agree. I pretty much agree with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many that do it for some degree of fame and like get inspired,
Yeah.
right word, by like other people. And that's true. We didn't read Columbine last year, but we read it in my AP class the year before. And like of the two guys, one in particular was like legit a psychopath, and he was like, he just thought he was so much better than everyone else. He thought he was so superior to everyone. He was like, I want people to know my name, and like I want people to know that I did this. So there definitely is like some attention seeking element to it a lot of times.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but I'm good to let you guys go early today if nobody else has anything for the good of the group. Okie doke. Well, sorry if I traumatized you with my book. And, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
Adios.